The discussion surrounding Katt Williams has taken on an almost mythic tone online, especially after his explosive interviews and outspoken criticism of the entertainment industry. Supporters believe he has been one of the few comedians willing to challenge powerful figures in Hollywood, even if doing so comes with serious personal and professional risks. In several interviews, Katt hinted that he refused to participate in situations he believed would harm or publicly undermine other black men for the sake of industry politics or career advancement. He spoke as someone prepared to face consequences for telling uncomfortable truths, suggesting that much more happens behind closed doors in Hollywood than audiences ever see. That narrative intensified after claims began circulating online that Katt had allegedly faced threats and dangerous incidents, including stories about armed intruders targeting him. These allegations were amplified by commentators like Jaguar Wright, who has frequently accused the entertainment industry of operating through intimidation, manipulation, and hidden power structures. Supporters of these theories interpret such incidents as evidence that outspoken celebrities are punished for exposing influential people. The speculation grew even larger after Katt's highly publicized interview with Shannon Sharpe in 2024, where he openly criticized several celebrities and questioned how fame and influence are gained in Hollywood. His comments fueled internet conversations about exploitation, celebrity culture, and whether success in entertainment sometimes comes with pressures that the public never sees. One of the most controversial moments involved Katt discussing rapper and actor Ludacris. Katt described what he framed as a symbolic crossroads moment early in their careers, claiming opportunities in Hollywood can come with expectations to change one's image or identity in exchange for major success. Ludacris publicly rejected these claims, but the story spread widely online because it fit into broader conspiracy narratives about secret industry deals and hidden systems of control. Katt also revisited a long-running conversation in black entertainment circles about male comedians wearing dresses in films or comedy sketches. Some critics argue these performances are harmless comedy traditions, while others see them as part of a larger pattern in which black male entertainers are pressured into exaggerated or humiliating portrayals for mainstream approval. Katt pointed to examples involving comedians like Kevin Hart, suggesting that public image shifts in Hollywood may sometimes reflect industry pressure rather than personal artistic choice. Much of the online discussion surrounding these claims blends legitimate critiques of Hollywood power structures with speculation and conspiracy theories. Conversations about exploitation, image control, race, and celebrity influence are real and long-standing within the entertainment industry. However, claims involving secret organizations, ritual initiations, or coordinated assassination attempts remain unverified and are often fueled more by internet rumor and public fascination than confirmed evidence. What continues to resonate with many people is not necessarily the conspiracy language itself, but the broader feeling behind it. A growing distrust of elite institutions, suspicion about how fame is manufactured, and concern over the pressure celebrities may face behind the scenes. Katt Williams became a central figure in that conversation because of how openly and aggressively he challenged the public image of Hollywood culture. Katt Williams continued fueling debate about Hollywood by revisiting one of the entertainment industry's most controversial discussions: the long-running pattern of black male comedians appearing in dresses during major film or television roles. According to Katt, these moments are not random comedy choices but part of a larger system of image control within Hollywood. He argued that many successful black entertainers eventually participate in these performances, often right before or during major career breakthroughs. Supporters of Katt's viewpoint point to examples like the Big Mama's House franchise, Tyler Perry's Madea character, and comedy sketches featuring actors such as Kevin Hart. To critics of the industry, the pattern feels too consistent to ignore. Katt specifically questioned Kevin Hart's rapid rise in Hollywood. He suggested Hart's early success, including leading films and television opportunities shortly after arriving in Los Angeles, was unusually fast compared to the struggles most comedians experience. Katt implied that certain entertainers are strategically elevated by industry power structures, while others who refuse to cooperate with expectations are pushed aside. At the same time, critics of Katt argue that his career difficulties cannot simply be blamed on Hollywood conspirators. Some believe his professional setbacks were tied to missed promotional opportunities, personal controversies, and behavior that studios viewed as unreliable or risky. From that perspective, the entertainment industry did not blacklist him unfairly. Instead, executives became hesitant to invest in someone they saw as unpredictable. Katt escalated the conversation even further when he began making highly controversial claims about alleged sacrifices and hidden rituals within celebrity culture. One of the most sensitive accusations involved comedian and radio host Ricky Smiley. Katt implied there was something suspicious about Smiley publicly discussing a dispute over movie roles shortly after the tragic death of his son. He framed the timing as unsettling and suggested deeper industry dynamics could be involved. These claims remain entirely unverified and have been widely criticized as speculative and harmful. However, they gained attention because they echoed broader conspiracy theories already circulating online about fame, tragedy, and the entertainment business. Similar narratives have appeared before, including comments from Kanye West, who has publicly spoken about believing the entertainment industry demands personal sacrifices from celebrities. Katt also revisited a long-standing disagreement with Ricky Smiley regarding the film Friday After Next. Katt insisted he personally shaped the character of Money Mike and denied Smiley's suggestion that the role should have gone to him instead. During interviews, Katt used this dispute to reinforce his broader argument that Hollywood often manipulates narratives behind the scenes while audiences only see the polished public version. Another layer to the conversation involves comparisons between Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle. Both comedians have publicly criticized aspects of the entertainment industry and spoken about pressures placed on performers. Online supporters often portray Katt as someone who refuses to compromise or stay silent, while suggesting other entertainers eventually made peace with the system in order to protect their careers. At the heart of all these discussions is a deeper distrust of Hollywood itself. For many people following these stories, the fascination is less about literal secret societies and more about the belief that fame, money, and influence often come with hidden expectations, image management, and pressure to conform. Katt Williams has become a central figure in that conversation because he speaks about the industry in a confrontational and unapologetic way that few mainstream entertainers are willing to match. Supporters of Katt Williams often frame him as one of the few entertainers unwilling to stay silent about what he believes happens behind the scenes in Hollywood. In online discussions, some fans argue that his outspoken nature has made him a target within the industry, especially after publicly criticizing influential celebrities, executives, and entertainment culture itself. These conversations frequently draw comparisons to Dave Chappelle, another comedian who famously walked away from enormous success at the height of his career. In 2003, Chappelle signed a massive deal with Comedy Central after Chappelle's show became one of the network's biggest hits. But during production for the third season, he abruptly left the United States and traveled to South Africa, sparking widespread media speculation. At the time, rumors quickly circulated claiming Chappelle was mentally unstable or struggling with substance abuse. Years later, during interviews including one with Oprah Winfrey, Chappelle pushed back against those narratives. He explained that the pressure surrounding his success had become overwhelming and said he felt deeply uncomfortable with certain aspects of the entertainment business. He described feeling manipulated, constantly scrutinized, and unfairly labeled as crazy simply because he chose to step away. For many viewers, Chappelle's comments highlighted how quickly public figures can be dismissed once they challenge powerful systems or refuse to follow expected career paths. He also criticized how mental health labels are sometimes weaponized in celebrity culture, arguing that calling someone crazy can become an easy way to undermine their credibility instead of engaging with what they are actually saying. During these interviews, Chappelle referenced other celebrities who experienced highly publicized breakdowns or emotional struggles after reaching major levels of fame. He questioned why so many entertainers seem to unravel shortly after signing enormous contracts or reaching the peak of their careers. Examples like Mariah Carey's public struggles and Martin Lawrence's erratic behavior during difficult periods were often mentioned as part of a broader conversation about the intense psychological pressure of Hollywood fame. Another recurring topic involved the long-standing debate about black male comedians wearing dresses in comedy and film. Chappelle openly acknowledged noticing a pattern where many black entertainers were asked to participate in these kinds of performances. He admitted he sometimes connected these moments into a larger theory about image control and expectations placed on black performers in mainstream entertainment. According to Chappelle, there were moments in his own career when producers suggested he wear a dress for comedic roles, framing it as a normal rite of passage in Hollywood. However, he expressed discomfort with the idea and questioned why these requests appeared so frequently with black male comedians specifically. His comments fueled larger online debates about race, representation, masculinity, and the pressures entertainers face when navigating powerful industries. While many of the conspiracy theories connected to these discussions remain unverified, the underlying concerns continue resonating with audiences. Conversations about exploitation, media narratives, public humiliation, and psychological strain in the entertainment industry are very real topics, even if some of the more extreme claims surrounding secret agendas or organized rituals lack evidence. Ultimately, both Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle became symbols for a broader cultural frustration. The feeling that Hollywood often rewards conformity, punishes dissent, and tightly controls the public image of celebrities. Whether people agree with their conclusions or not, their willingness to openly question the industry has made them influential voices in ongoing debates about fame, power, and authenticity in entertainment culture. Dave Chappelle once shared a story from a movie set that became central to wider debates about Hollywood and the expectations placed on black comedians. According to Chappelle, he arrived on set expecting a normal comedy scene, only to discover a dress hanging in his trailer for his character to wear. He immediately pushed back, arguing that he didn't need a costume gimmick to be funny and that his comedy should stand on its own. Chappelle recalled questioning why black male comedians so often seemed to be placed in dresses for laughs, especially when many of them were already talented performers without relying on exaggerated visual humor. He said producers initially insisted the scene would work better with the dress, but after he firmly refused, they quickly rewrote the scene entirely. To him, that moment reinforced the idea that some of these choices were less creatively necessary and more tied to recurring industry habits and expectations. Online commentators often compare Chappelle's experience with Katt Williams' approach to Hollywood. Some believe Chappelle eventually stepped away from directly criticizing the industry after returning to mainstream success years later through major Netflix deals. Critics of his later work argue that his focus shifted away from exposing Hollywood culture and toward controversial commentary on other social issues, particularly around gender and LGBTQ+ topics. Katt Williams, by contrast, is frequently portrayed by supporters as someone who never stopped confronting the entertainment industry publicly, even as his career became increasingly turbulent. Over the years, Williams faced numerous arrests and legal troubles that repeatedly placed him in headlines. These incidents included weapons charges, allegations of assault, confrontations with police, missed court appearances, and disputes that often overshadowed his comedy career. Supporters of Katt argue that some of these incidents were amplified by media narratives designed to portray him as unstable or self-destructive, similar to what they believe happened with Dave Chappelle years earlier. Katt himself has repeatedly denied being dependent on drugs, pointing to years of clean narcotics tests as proof that public perceptions about him were exaggerated or inaccurate. At the same time, many observers acknowledge that some of Williams' legal problems involved real confrontations and behavior that understandably raised concerns among studios, law enforcement, and the public. The debate surrounding him often splits into two perspectives. One side sees him as a troubled but outspoken artist battling personal issues, while the other views him as a targeted figure punished for challenging powerful systems in entertainment. The speculation intensified after Katt's interview with Shannon Sharpe reignited public fascination with Hollywood conspiracy theories. Internet personalities such as Jaguar Wright later claimed that Williams had survived dangerous incidents involving armed intruders, fueling rumors that powerful people wanted him silenced. Stories even circulated that he allegedly wore Kevlar, a bullet-resistant protective vest material, while sleeping out of fear for his safety. None of these more extreme allegations have been verified, but they spread widely online because they tapped into broader distrust surrounding celebrity culture and powerful institutions. For many followers of these discussions, the appeal lies less in literal conspiracies and more in the belief that Hollywood can be psychologically exhausting, highly controlling, and unforgiving toward people who refuse to conform. In the end, figures like Dave Chappelle and Katt Williams have become symbols in a much larger conversation about race, fame, creative freedom, and power in the entertainment industry. Whether audiences agree with their conclusions or not, their stories continue to resonate because they challenge the polished public image of Hollywood and raise difficult questions about what celebrities may experience behind the scenes. Stories surrounding Katt Williams have continued to grow more dramatic online, especially after claims from people close to him suggested he feared for his safety. One particularly striking account described Katt allegedly sleeping in Kevlar, a bullet-resistant material commonly used in protective vests, because he believed his life could be in danger. According to those sharing the story, there was a period when armed intruders reportedly breached his home, leaving him deeply shaken and constantly on guard. Supporters of Katt often connect these stories to his outspoken criticism of Hollywood, believing he has been exposing uncomfortable truths about the entertainment industry for years. To them, his interviews and public statements feel less like ordinary celebrity drama and more like warnings about hidden power structures, manipulation, and the pressure placed on artists behind the scenes. Jim Carrey is frequently pulled into these conversations as well. Over the years, Carrey has made unusual and philosophical public remarks about fame, identity, and the artificial nature of celebrity culture. During several talk show appearances and award events, he joked about secret societies, illusion, and society being controlled through entertainment and distraction. Although much of it was delivered in a comedic and surreal style, many viewers interpreted his comments as deeper social commentary rather than pure humor. At one point, Carrey openly criticized Hollywood award shows and described them as strange, performative gatherings that lacked authenticity. Those clips later became popular online among people who believe celebrities occasionally hint at hidden realities within the entertainment industry. As often happens online, these moments eventually spiraled into more extreme conspiracy theories. Some internet users began claiming Carrey had been cloned or replaced after noticing changes in his appearance, voice, or behavior during later public appearances. Supporters of these theories pointed to differences in eye color, his signature, facial expressions, and cryptic comments he made during interviews. Others, however, dismissed these claims entirely, arguing that aging, lighting, styling changes, health issues, or even cosmetic procedures can easily alter how celebrities appear over time. The broader fascination with figures like Katt Williams and Jim Carrey reflects a growing public distrust of celebrity culture and powerful institutions. Many people are drawn to narratives suggesting entertainers are pressured, manipulated, or punished when they challenge the system. In this environment, even ordinary events, career changes, unusual interviews, personal struggles, or altered appearances can quickly become fuel for larger conspiracy theories. At the same time, it's important to separate speculation from verified fact. Claims involving cloning, organized attempts on celebrities' lives, or secret societies controlling Hollywood remain unsupported by credible evidence. However, the emotional appeal of these stories often comes from something more relatable. The belief that fame can isolate people, distort public perception, and place enormous psychological pressure on those living constantly in the spotlight. Public reactions to Katt Williams show how divided audiences have become. Some see him as a fearless truth-teller refusing to conform, while others view him as a controversial entertainer whose statements feed internet paranoia. Regardless of where people stand, his interviews have clearly tapped into widespread frustrations about power, authenticity, media narratives, and the hidden costs of celebrity life. Ultimately, the continued interest in these stories says as much about public distrust and fascination with fame as it does about the celebrities themselves. People are not only debating Katt Williams or Jim Carrey, they are debating whether the entertainment industry rewards honesty, punishes dissent, and carefully shapes the image of anyone who enters its spotlight.